Good morning, card community. It's RJ, and it is time for the Sunday trivia recap. Hooray, cheers, mass applause, waves, fireworks going off, theme music, yay! All right, so want to make a little announcement before we get into this. Um, don't get a lot of viewers, but that's understandable. My show's kind of blah. There's a lot of choices out there. Anyway, giving away prizes every week to the lucky few who chime in. But if you're viewing this channel and if your name is up there today, if your name is up there on any of these picker wheels, if you sent me an entry, and if you do not win, watch to the end of the video and I got a surprise for you, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Kind of like a challenge to actually watch my videos instead of just flip through the other things. So let's get to it, all right? Watch to the end of the video if you put in an entry. So this week we had 3 questions as always, 3 great prizes as always. Let's go through them. Monday, the prize is this 1983 Donruss All-Star of Mr. Michael Jack Schmidt. And the question was, Mike Schmidt hit 500 home runs. He's a member of the 500 home run club. He was not a particularly great hitter, as his 267 career batting average will attest to. But as bad as that is, there were 3 members of the Hall of Fame. 3 members of the 500 home run club who actually had worse career batting averages than Mr. Schmidt. Name those 3, or name any one of those 3. Now, here was the answer. Reggie Jackson came in lower. I'm not sure if this card has his career batting average. There it is, 262 was Reggie's career batting average. Harmon Killebrew came in at the bottom. This card has his career average down at 256. He was the lowest of the individuals. And then Mr. Mark McGwire, this is his 90 Fleer, doesn't have his career batting average, but I want to say he was down near 265, just under Mike Schmidt, but still under Mike Schmidt for a career batting average. So those are your answers. These are the individuals who piped in with an answer, and you're all playing again for this Mike Schmidt card. So as we are wont to do on this channel, we shuffle once, and then we spin, and you have to hit 3 times in order to claim the prize, okay? So here we go. Good luck to all the entries. Actually had a good weekend. Well, yeah, good day yesterday. I shouldn't say the weekend's still in the middle of it, but the wife and I have a tradition. I instituted it myself. I said, hey, I'm getting older now. I'm north of 50 these days, so I am going to make it a mission of mine at least once a year, every year, to go up to the Hall of Fame. And the way she and I have done it is we go up in the fall, like late October, early November, so that she can check out the leaves, I can check out the hall, we can do some family fun stuff. Who else is on this so far? We got 3 people with hits so far. Yeah, okay. So we can do some fun stuff up in upstate New York, which is what we have done the past few years. Well, this year, I told her, hey, we need to start planning this. And she was like, well, there's so much going on right now. I don't want to, I don't know if we can. And I was like, well, even if you can't, I'm going to. So I flat out told her, I appreciate it if you think our schedules aren't going to justify the 2 of us jumping in the car and going away for a weekend, but I'm going. One of these days, I'm going to go. Now, Cooperstown is approximately 3.5-hour drive from where I live, so it's doable in a day. It's a bit of a haul, but certainly not something that's impossible. Now, it just so happens that this weekend she's away. She's out at her family was having a family reunion, and I couldn't go because I had some other things I had to do here. but it's her family. So she and her mom went back to see family in Ohio. So I stayed behind, and I actually have my son with me this weekend. I think I might have mentioned this, but I have a special needs son who's older now, and once in a while I'll bring him home with me for the weekend. But so I chose to do that this weekend, and I said to her, "Well, gee, if you're going to be gone this weekend, why don't I take this opportunity to go out to Cooperstown and do my Hall of Fame visit this weekend? That way, it won't mess up a future weekend of events for both of us. We can still have our weekends together, and you won't even miss me." She said, "Great, good idea." I said, "You're dang right, it's a good idea. I'm going to the Hall of Fame." So yesterday I took my son. I actually called up my daughter, who's still in school. She's 15 at the moment, about to turn 16. I said, "Hey, I'm going to." Oh, hang on a second. That was Jimmy Lucari's third hit. I apologize for missing it, but there it is. Jimmy Lucari had 3 hits. I'm here. You get Gabbard, and I didn't even notice, but Jimmy Lucari got 3 hits. Okay, so Jimmy, you're going to be getting this Mike Schmidt card. Congrats on that. So we are going to move on to Wednesday's question. Jimmy Lucari did submit an answer, but Jimmy, you are out. You cannot win twice in the same week, so you are out for Wednesday's question. So Wednesday's question, the prize is another 83 Donruss All-Star, but this one of Cal Ripken Jr. Very lovely card of Mr. Ripken there. The question was, Cal had, the consecutive games played streak, and certainly Lou Gehrig was second. I said, who was third? Because, Lou Gehrig actually broke this individual's record of consecutive games played. I said, who was that? The answer is this individual here, early player named Everett Scott. He was on the Boston Red Sox when they won the World Series in 1916. This is his Conlon Collection card from 1991, I believe, celebrating that fact. It even says here, during his career, Everett played 1,307 career games, setting a record that stood until broken by Babe Ruth. So Everett Scott, shortstop for the Boston Red Sox in their glory days of the Babe Ruth era. There he is. Played for a couple other teams. In fact, he went to the Yankees with Babe Ruth. He was actually on the 1923 Yankees that won a World Series as well. So the individuals on the screen there have correctly answered that question. We have removed Jimmy because he can't win twice in the same week. And again, as we are wont to do, shuffle once and spin until somebody gets 3 hits. Are you ready? Here we go. Good luck to everybody on this one. So like I said, I decided to take 2 of my kids and go up and see the Hall of Fame yesterday, which I did. Now, it's a little, it's difficult sometimes when I'm bringing my son with me places. He does demand a lot of attention, which is fine. But we got there late. I didn't get up early because I know it's difficult to get my daughter out of bed. Well, she's with her mom, but I know it's difficult for her to get up early. I had to go get her and bring her back to my house, and then the 3 of us left together to go to Cooperstown. So we didn't actually get out on the road until close to 10:30. And that being a 3-hour drive, we didn't actually get there, with bathroom stops and snack stops and whatever. We didn't actually get there till close to 2:30. Now, it's okay because, the Hall of Fame is open until, Keith's got 2 already. Wow. The Hall of Fame is actually open until 7, so I didn't have any data to get to the Hall of Fame. But I also wanted to stop in a couple of the shops around town. There's one particular baseball card store I like to go, and that's Yastrzemski's. I don't think they have anything to do with Cal, actually, but that's the name on the store, or Carl, I should say, Carl Yastrzemski, or Mike even. But that's the name on the store, and it's a really great shop because they got a lot of packs, sets, odd little things I can pick up. They got bins of star players of all the sports, and again, random little sets, which is obviously one of the big main things I like to collect. So I try to go there all the time, and that was the first place I stopped. We parked, we walked a couple blocks, and walked into Yastrzemski. And as soon as I got in there, I started looking at some really cool things. I told the kids, "You guys look around. Stay out of trouble. I need to go look at some stuff." And like 2-3 minutes into it, my son came over to me and said, "I got to go to the bathroom." And I was like, okay. Oop, is that Wilbur? Is that Wilbur's third hit? No, that's his first hit. Shaking out to be a pretty good mix here. So instead of staying at Yastrzemski, we went to the Hall of Fame because I know there's a bathroom at the Hall of Fame. So I got a family membership, so it's free for me to take everybody to the Hall of Fame. So we did the Hall of Fame tour first. Picked up some cool things, which I will show you all this coming week on my videos. Is that Tommy's? That is Tommy's third, isn't it? It is. Tommy, congrats to you, sir. Tommy Markwell. You are going to be receiving this Cal Ripken. Congrats on that, sir. That is Thursday's, or I should say, that was Wednesday's question and answer. So now we're moving on to Friday. Friday, the prize was this beautiful Nolan Ryan 1983 Donruss All-Star. Pretty cool card, of course. And the question for that one was, Nolan Ryan ended his career with 300 wins, but he was dang near 300 losses too, I believe. I don't have a card in front of me right now to look up the exact number, but it was like something like 294 losses he had. He was just under 300. But there are, in fact, 2 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame who are pitchers who have won at least 500 games, or at least 300 games, I should say, at least 300 games, but also accumulated over 300 losses. And who name either of those two, name both of those two. I think of this one, I said name both. Name the pitchers, and it is Cy Young and an individual named Pud Galvin. Now, everybody knows Cy Young. Cy Young pitched a long time, and he was in an era when they pitched multiple games, very little rest, so he pitched a lot. And he always finished his game, and when you're the one finishing, sometimes your team can come back and win for you. So he had 511 career victories and 313 career losses. Pud Galvin is an individual a lot of people forget about. Not a big name player. He didn't have a long life after baseball. That's probably one of the reasons people forget about him. And also he played mostly in the Pittsburgh area, which is another reason he didn't get much press. He did play for Buffalo, New York for a little while too, but again, nothing like the big name teams. And he was the first pitcher. Here's a trivia question for you. Name the first pitcher to actually win 300 career victories. Pud Galvin did it. So he was the first member of the 300 win club. But he also had over 300 losses, just over. I think it was like 300. In the low 300s, like 300, somewhere between 303 and 305, somewhere in that neighborhood. You guys can look it up. But anyway, he was the individual to get 300 career losses as well. Okay, so who won the first one? Jimmy Licari won the first one. Tommy Markwell gets your second. So Jimmy and Tommy are out on this third day. And we're playing for that wonderful Nolan Ryan card, everybody. So good luck on this last spin. Good luck to everybody on this one, too. So like I said, took the family up there. Well, the family took me and 2 kids up there to the Hall of Fame. Only got to the Hall of Fame, really. By the time we got out of the hall, it was 5 o'clock-ish. And all the shops in town all the good ones were closing down at 5. There was still some, I could have gone into a store that was just a general souvenir kind of a shop, but I wanted a good card shop, and most of the good card shops were closed by 5 by the time we got out. So we just got out and went to dinner and came home. It was a long day. I mean, I didn't get home until 11 at night, but this is one thing I have told my wife I'm going to do annually going forward. I'm going going to make a trip every day, every year, at least once, to see the Hall of Fame going forward. So this was my day, and I got it done this weekend. So she was happy, like I said, because it didn't interfere in any of the other weekends we have coming up. That means I get to do yard work every weekend. Aren't I lucky? So yeah, I got a lot of big packages in the mail this week, so I'm going to be showing off some great stuff. I think it's some great stuff. I hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy watching everybody else's video. Look at this Goody G with 3 hits in a row. Bam, bam, bam. So Goody gets the Nolan Ryan card. Congrats to that, Goody. We'll be sending that out to you shortly. All right, there you have it. That is the Sunday trivia recap. It goes a little long all the time because there's a lot to talk about. Going over the questions and the answers takes some time. A little backstory doesn't hurt every once in a while, so I hope you appreciate that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really appreciate the support as I try my best to support other members of this great card community. So thank you for watching. I hope to see you again this week as we have more trivia and prizes. Thanks for watching. Take care. Okay, so if you managed to stick through the video, and if you heard in the beginning, I said, if you answered any of these questions, please come back, and I want to let you guys all know something. So if you answered any of the questions, you have the opportunity to still win the card. Let me say why. So I bought a box many years ago of those 1983 Donruss All-Star cards. There's 60 cards in the set, and I have a ginormous box, like a box the size of a 300 count standard card holder, 3,000 count box of standard cards. I've got a box about that big filled with Donruss All-Star cards from 1983. A couple of other years too, but mostly 83s. In fact, this is my stack of Mike Schmidt cards. There are 40 of those. This is my stack of Nolan Ryan cards. I got 17 of them. I do have a couple extra Cal Ripkens, but not too many of them, but I have some. So anybody who actually made an entry into the videos this week, if you emailed me with a guess, send me another email, today, tomorrow, sometime shortly, when you see this video. Send me another email and tell me if you would like to receive either a Cal Ripken, a Nolan Ryan, or a Mike Schmidt 1983 Donruss card, and I will send it to you free of charge just for being a loyal viewer of my channel. All right? Hope that doesn't upset the winners too much, that they're getting the other people are getting a little prize. But hey, you guys were the winners. These guys are just getting a consolation prize. Look at it that way. No, I'm just trying to spread a little hobby love out there for everybody, and just to thank, because the people who are on these lists, you guys are the ones who answer the questions. I get an occasional one here or there, but for the most part, you guys are the ones that support my channel and my trivia. So I appreciate your viewing. That's why I want to do this for you, okay? So yeah, just send me an email and tell me if you'd like one of these cards, and I will send out one of those cards to you. The Ripken, as long as it lasts. I don't have a lot of Ripkens. The others, no doubt, I'll be able to fill out. I will be able to supply one card to each individual who made a guess. I have enough to cover both the Schmidt or the Nolan Ryan on that case, okay? Hey, again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again this coming week. Take care.